Hello and welcome to the MAC weather page for this Wednesday, December 6th. And yesterday was quite a breezy day, and that's ushered in some very cold temperatures. And we expect temperatures here really over the next at least 2 weeks to be very cold, and we'll probably be a lot colder than this. But for the rest of this week, highs in the mid 20s to low 30s, probably more closer to the low 30s. But again, some very chilly air on the way and lots of lake effect as we have a strong trough dug right into the Great Lakes. And we expect, while no big significant storms, at least for the meantime, we're going to have a lot of lake effect, lake enhanced systems that's going to bring quite a bit of snow to the snow belt areas. Inland areas maybe trace 2 inches between now and Sunday, but I think more areas will pick up snow later on next week as maybe a couple of clipper systems, with one maybe towards the end of next week that could be quite a bit stronger, that could bring more widespread snow to even non-snow belt areas. So welcome to winter, as we see no end in sight whatsoever with this cold air. And yesterday, definitely a Wednesday, and you can see some of the peak gusts around the area, 50 miles an hour at Henderson, 46 at Breckenridge and Marlette, and a lot of winds in the 40-mile-an-hour range across much of the area. So a very, very windy day out there, and we expect breezy conditions to continue today. Our normals for the day, our normal high is 36, the normal low is 22, and you can see the records for the day. And we did have a trace of snowfall yesterday, 2/100 of an inch of precipitation, so not a lot. But we had a high of 58 degrees, and look when that occurred, 12:30 a.m. Temperatures fell all day, and the low temperature 28 occurred last night at 11:45 p.m. Since midnight, no precipitation across the area, and you can see some of the blue counties where there are winter weather advisories for about 2 to 5 inches of snow through tomorrow afternoon. And a zoomed out look, you can see the temperatures around the area, namely now in the mid 20s to upper 20s across the area. Looks like we might have a battery out into the station at Tupperville, so we'll see if we can get that replaced hopefully today. And you can see with the snow advisories off into the snow belt areas. And we have winter storm warnings up here in the northwestern portions of lower Michigan and back in the Keweenaw Peninsula. And you can see this front dropping down here, another wind shift line. That's going to drop down, and that's going to increase our snow showers, even inland areas. We'll pick up quite a few flurries and snow showers later this afternoon into the evening as that front drops down, picks up the moisture, and is going to allow quite a bit of snow shower activity to increase across much of the lower peninsula. And you can definitely see where that big upper level low is sitting just around and just south of Hudson Bay, and you can see hello Mr. Polar Vortex, and that's going to be a feature we're going to see over the next at least several weeks. Right now I don't see any big breaks. Certainly we could moderate a little bit, but overall this looks like a cold pattern. It's going to take us right in through Christmas into the new year. So a very cold and potentially snowy December is on tap for much of the Great Lakes region. On the weather map this morning, you can see the low pressure system, the cold front that went through here yesterday, now well off to the east, and we're going to continue to see these troughs and cold fronts pinwheel around that big upper low that we showed you there on the 2-meter winds. And by tomorrow, you can see another cold front dropping down in the area that will continue to bring snow flurries and snow showers to inland areas, and snow showers and squalls near the Great Lakes, with some moderate accumulations of snow here over the next 72 hours. And again, as we move into Friday, again another upper trough and cold front will be pivoting through the area. That'll keep the snow showers ongoing across the region. As far as precipitation over the next 7 days, you can absolutely see where the heaviest lake effect precipitation in the form of snow is going to fall across the downwind of the Great Lakes. Inland areas, though, even up to about 4 or 5/10 of an inch. And a lot of that will come, I think, next week as we see that clipper system come through starting about Wednesday, I think, or Thursday, sometime in that time frame. I think there's going to be a pretty significant clipper drop down and bring accumulating snows to much of the area. Again, a lot of time that could definitely change, but it looks like our best chance of snow here across much of the MAC area is going to come for the second half of next week, maybe a little bit as we get into Monday as well. And if we look at the snowfall here over the next 72 hours, definitely across the lake shores, you can see where the winter storm warnings are. 6 to 10 inches of snow is possible up in that area, as well as much of the northern shoreline of the upper peninsula. And as far as the GFS over the next 10 days, lots of snowfall across much of lower Michigan, with many areas between 4 to 10 inches of snow. Even inland areas, again, could pick up quite a bit of snow here over the next 10 days. If we look at the Canadian, again, Plentiful snowfall expected across most of the area with that. And I can also tell you that the European, while we can't show the European model, it also has much of the area picking up around 6 or better inches of snow over the next 10 days. Again, so inland areas, your best chance of snow is going to be for later next week. But until then, we could pick up a trace to maybe a couple of inches by the time we roll into Sunday. As far as the forecast goes today, again, chilly conditions right on through the weekend with highs basically in the upper 20s to around 30, lows in the upper teens to low 20s, and chances of snow showers with each one of these waves that move through will increase. But again, overall looks like a pretty cold and snowy pattern coming up here. As far as weather watch this morning, you can see the winter weather advisories, winter storm warnings all through the downwind of the Great Lakes, lake effect snow warnings across portions of Ohio and up into New York. Again, so a very different pattern what we've seen here, and we'll watch those December temperatures drop quite a bit here over the next 7 days. Thanks for stopping by and have yourself a great day, and 73s to all.